Understanding the laws regarding set plays. Kick in from behind. It is important to know that the field umpire will whistle the fullback to kick after 10 to 12 seconds and call play on after 15 seconds. The ball must still be brought into play with a kick in accordance with the laws. Failure to do so will result in the ball being bounced. The time clock does not recommence until the ball is kicked back into play legally or the ball is bounced on top of the kick-off line.
Again, the Tigers huddle, and again they float towards the southern stand side.
Bowden runs out of the goal square without bringing the ball back into play correctly.
Bowden now called to play on. Now he's run outside the square without actually kicking it to himself, which you can't do.
The field umpire will bounce the ball at the top of the kick-off line.
It would have been okay if he had kicked it to himself before he trotted outside. Then he can run it through for a point.
Rowe was called to play on after 15 seconds and ran back over the goal line. He has not brought the ball correctly into play, and the ball will be bounced at the top of the kick-off line. Stricter interpretation 2007. Teams will have 12 to 15 seconds to kick the ball back into play once the goal umpire has signalled a behind. The field umpire will blow his whistle after 12 seconds and say, move the ball on, and after 15 seconds, call play on. A team can change the kicker of the ball after a behind. However, the 15-second time frame will continue to count down. Once the umpire has whistled McGrath to move the ball on, a team cannot change the kicker. Players must kick the ball clear of hand and foot before they leave the goal square at a kick-in after a behind.
The very supportive crowd, he's gone over the edge.
Well, Brett Voss is having a nightmare back there.
You run out of the square with the ball. Brett, you run out of the square with the ball. That's what you've done.
She's giving away about 40 kilos, I reckon.
Oh, son, you're going to kick it to yourself.
That is a brain fade of gargantuan proportions.
Bringing the ball back into play. Newman has taken a mark and moved behind the goal line to bring the ball back into play. When he moves other than directly over his mark, the field umpire calls play on and will give the all clear for a behind.
Well, if it's play on, it's a behind.
It's a behind. Now what's going to happen here?
All clear.
Another point.
Clement moves back over the boundary line after taking a mark. He moved directly into play before playing on, which is the correct process. Roberts-Thompson moves other than over his mark outside the boundary line, which is acceptable, providing he doesn't stop and change direction. When he does, the ball is correctly deemed to be out of bounds.
Now the umpire's called play on and
he's out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in. Here's the play on, Sauce. Now he's gone to go sideways, then tried to change direction. He's now outside the line, so the ball is in play and out of play.
Centre square and centre circle. Eagleton is pushed into the centre square by his opponent at a centre bounce. The free kick is correctly awarded to his teammate in the centre circle because the kick is taken where the ball is or where the incident occurred, whichever is the greatest advantage to the team offended against. No players are permitted to enter the centre circle once the field umpire walks in to bounce the ball.
Just his 23rd goal and a free kick to Port Adelaide.
two players.
Centre square infringement.
No, two players inside the centre circle for Adelaide.
Okay.
When the umpire's about to bounce.
Throwing the ball away. When a player takes the ball out of bounds or through for a score, the ball must be put on the ground or given directly to the umpire. It cannot be thrown away. Move the ball on. When the player takes a mark or a free kick, the field umpire will blow his whistle after 4 to 5 seconds and call play on after 6 seconds to ensure play is continuous. Taking the ball out of the bucket after a behind. Players are not permitted to take a ball out of the bucket until the goal umpire has signalled a behind. If the umpire sees a player take the ball early, he will request the player to return the ball to the bucket and recommence the process. 30-second shot for goal. Players have adapted to the shooting for goal process very well. In 2007, umpires will commence the 30-second countdown from the time a player takes the mark or is awarded a free kick. Unless a player is obviously injured or there is an undue delay, players have to go through their routine and be moving in to kick for goal within the 30-second limit. Umpires will blow their whistles at 20 seconds and say to players, 20 seconds gone.
Now 20 seconds, let's go.
If the player has not commenced his approach to goal at 30 seconds or stops his approach, the umpire will call play on.
They have to hurry.
Play on.
Onto the left. And through from behind. So there you go. That's one of the first times we've seen the 30-second rule have an effect.
We trust the examples you have just viewed gives you a greater understanding of the laws of Australian football.